Want to know the single most important rule when it comes to Facebook advertising? Then stick around. Hey, what's up? I'm Antonio Thompson from Antonio Thompson Marketing, and we help businesses get more customers and clients with paid ads. All right, so what's the single most important rule when it comes to Facebook advertising? Well, here it is. If something is working really, really well, right? If you have a Facebook ad campaign that's performing very well, don't change it. Right? You probably heard the phrase or the adage, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? And that applies to Facebook advertising as well. Now, there is some nuance to this. There are times where you do want to make changes, and there's times where you don't want to make changes. And I'm going to explain this in a demo ad account. So let's go to that. All right, so here we are in a demo ad account. We're running a conversion campaign, means we're going for a website leads in this particular case. Our goal is to get conversions, leads. And in this particular example here, we've generated 21 leads and we spent $2.40 per lead. Now, these numbers aren't 100% accurate, as you know, because of the iOS 14 update. The data that you see in Facebook is not necessarily going to match the data that's inside your CRM or in your funnel software. So you want to double check those numbers. So this number could actually be a lot higher in terms of results, and the cost per result could also be a lot lower. So we're gonna go with $2.40 per lead. Let's say that my key performance indicator is $3 per lead. So my goal is to get leads at $3. I'm getting them at $2.40 a lead. So that's perfectly within my KPI, and I'm happy with this, right? If I scroll to the left-hand side here, and I can see some additional data, right? I'm reaching about 1,300 people. I've reached about 1,300 people with this ad. I've had about 29 clicks, and then with that, it's costing me $1.74 to get a click, and click-through rate is 1.28%. By all intents and purposes, this campaign is performing pretty well. We want to make sure we have a click-through rate, a CTR rate of at least 1%, so it's doing its job there, and a cost per click around $1 and some change, and that's doing its job there. So on the surface level, I'm not going to make any changes to this campaign whatsoever. When I mean surface level, I'm not going to make any major adjustments to this campaign because it's working very well, right? I'm not going to change, what I'm optimizing for, right? I'm not going to change to optimize for add to carts. I'm not going to optimize for content views. I'm getting what I want, which is leads. I'm not going to change, the way I'm budgeting, right? Because right now, if I go to edit here, you'll see that I'm budgeting using campaign budget optimization. Campaign budget optimization is simply, Meta or Facebook distributing your budget across ad sets to get more results, right? So you could, certainly test ad set optimization, ad set budget optimization. But I've seen in my experience that when you're, trying to get leads and purchases, campaign budget optimization works best. And so keep this in mind, right? Anytime you make a change to your campaign will re-enter that learning phase, right? And that learning phase simply means that Facebook is learning, right? It's learning who to serve your ad to again. And so you want to be very careful about making any adjustments to your campaign, especially if it's working. And I say adjustments, I mean like major adjustments, right? So switching from campaign budget optimization to an ad set budget optimization, right? That's a major change, right? Switching. So if you were to change your optimization, you would simply turn this off, and now it's going to ask you, to distribute your budget across your two ad sets. Now this campaign is performing very well, and so if I change the budget optimization and do ad set budget optimization, now Facebook has to learn all over again. So that's a major change that you don't want to make. If you are going to make a change to your budgeting, whether it's CBO or ABO, you want to create a new campaign. Now, another major change that you don't want to make in your campaign, if you notice things aren't going the way you want them to go, is by changing the audience, right? If you scroll down here and you go into your audience section, if you make changes to your audience, again, it's going to send your campaign back into the learning phase. So if your ads aren't performing well and you think it's an audience issue, right, either duplicate the campaign or create another ad set within the campaign, especially if the campaign's working, right? So if the campaign's working, right, duplicate the ad set and test some new audiences, right? This is one instance where you can make changes within the campaign and allow it to go back and learn from it because you're testing out new audiences. But if you're making a drastic change to your audience, like you want to get rid of locations, or you want to change the age or change the targeting, right? I totally recommend creating a new ad set or even creating a new campaign, okay? The last thing here is at the ad level. Let's say you've got an ad, you got a campaign running, you got several ads within that campaign, and you want to make some tweaks to your creative, your ad, right? Maybe you want to change the headline, maybe you want to change, the copy or the creative, the image or the video. You don't want to go in there and just change the already existing ads that have run already, right? You want to actually duplicate the ad and then make the changes to your new ad and start that as a fresh ad. This is something very common when it comes to running a campaign that's performing well, right? You want to make sure your ads don't fatigue, right? Meaning they don't get overly viewed by people, right? You want to make sure that you have some additional creatives to throw in here to keep it fresh. And so you don't want to change an ad that's already ran, but you want to add new ads to the campaign to test against the already existing ads that have run. So I hope this video was helpful and valuable. If it was, let me know in the comments below. If you have questions about anything Facebook ads related, definitely let me know. And if you'd like my agency to build you your first or your next Facebook ad campaign, click the link in the description below or above, and go ahead and schedule a time to chat with us. We see if we can help you out, help you get more customers and clients for your business. Peace.